This is Greg Kelly. Donate now to Toys for Tots, which works year-round. Go to toysfortots.org. Toys for Tots supports children in need throughout the year with programs like the Toys for Tots Literacy Program. Established in 2008, it has provided over 63 million books to disadvantaged children. The Toys for Tots Literacy Program is committed to providing disadvantaged children with direct access to books and educational resources that enhance their ability to read and communicate effectively. Go to toysfortots.org.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi!
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Boy, when you have a radio show during the Trump era 2.0, the rundown writes itself, as they say. And here we have Trey Yingst, my colleague over at Fox News, talking about this rescue was really insane and incredible and amazing. And every type of positive adjective you could throw at it. Here we had an F-15 shot down when we thought that Iran didn't have the capability to do that, but they did. And right out of Top Gun Maverick, the pilots ejected, landed in enemy soil, and one was rescued fairly quickly. The other one had to go 7,000 feet up a mountain and hide there until his beacon could be located. We send in several, as in more than 100, special forces to extradite this wounded soldier out. Apparently, couldn't really even walk that well, but yet his training, almost like muscle memory, took over. And we were able to get him out without any U.S. casualties whatsoever, the president calling it the greatest rescue mission in U.S. military history. Anyway, while all this was going on, because we could walk and chew gum, as they say, here we have Trey Yingst talking about how the IRGC, that's the Republican Guard, that's basically the people, it's military, obviously, that's running the Iranian government at this point. The last backstop between protesters and the people finally taking back their own country and the regime ruling, even though there's not much of a regime left. Anyway, so while we're doing this rescue, here's Yingst talking about what we were doing with the IRGC, and there might not be an IRGC, at least leadership at this point. Cut number 3, go.
Yeah, Harris, good morning. High-ranking U.S. sources telling Fox News that while that rescue was ongoing over the weekend, that CENTCOM Commander Admiral Brad Cooper directed a strike against an IRGC underground headquarters outside of the Iranian capital of Tehran. Fox News has learned that B-2 bombers were used during this strike, along with massive ordnance penetrators, bunker buster bombs, to target this facility, the same weapons used in Operation Midnight Hammer. And I am told by these high-ranking U.S. sources that the headquarters of the IRGC was obliterated in that strike. Wow. This is significant because it speaks to the intelligence and military excellence of the U.S. military. As this rescue was ongoing, they were hammering the Iranian regime just outside the capital of Tehran with B-2 bombers overhead, U.S. Special Forces on the ground, more than 100 of them, rescuing that airman and bringing the fight to the IRGC just outside of the Iranian capital. Harris?
Talked about the fact that there were 2 pilots who were rescued very much. What do we know about that part of the mission?
Absolutely. We understand that on Friday, the pilot of the F-15 that was shot down on Thursday night was rescued. And then it wasn't until about 48 hours later that the other rescue took place. And again, Fox News can report that on Saturday morning, the CIA was able to confirm the location and the identity of that airman, to confirm that this was not an Iranian trap, at which point the message was delivered to the Secretary of War, the Joint Chiefs Chairman, and ultimately the President. I'm told at that point, President Trump ordered the operation, and within 12 hours, there were U.S. boots on the ground inside of Iran. Harris?
Trey Yingst, thank you for the...
That is truly remarkable. And yet, when you watch legacy media over this weekend as this was happening, not everybody, but a good chunk, seemed to be rooting against this. Because, again, the more casualties, the more chaos, the more it makes Trump look bad, the more Democrats look electable in November. That's really the calculus. That's the only way you could put it.
This is Roger Stone for American Sovereign Bullion. Since 2020, the U.S. dollar has lost over 20% of its purchasing power. Meanwhile, gold continues to rise. Call 844-272-2428 or go to asbgold.com now to get your free gold and silver guide and learn how to protect your wealth with physical gold and silver delivered to your door or held in a gold IRA today. So go to asbgold.com now. Don't wait for the markets to drop. That's asbgold.com.